Hello guys, so today we will learn how does a lithium-ion battery works. We know lithium-ion batteries exist in the form of cylindrical cells, coin cells, pouch cells and battery packs. If we look at the internal structure of the battery, it consists of anode, electrolyte, separator and cathode. So today we will learn how does this lithium-ion battery work. So first thing we will discuss is component of battery. As the sketch is shown here, one of the important component of the lithium-ion battery is graphite anode, which is also known as negative electrode. And negative electrode store the charge or store the lithium during charging process. If we look at the physical photo of the graphite anode, it looks like this. This is copper foil shown by the red color, and onto the copper foil there is a graphite coated. So this is used as anode material. So let's see the microstructure of the graphite. These are microstructure of the graphite under the scanning electron microscopy. You can see the graphite consists of several sheets which are stacked onto each other. If we look at the further sketch of this graphite, we can see it consists of carbon atoms which are arranged in the form of layers. So the lithium ion is stored in between these layers. Another example of graphite is lead pencil. So the internal core, which is blacks, is also the graphite. I am mentioning this for your reference. The other component of the battery is positive electrode, or we call it cathode. And most of the commercial lithium-ion batteries have lithium cobalt oxide, which is used as cathode. And this cathode stores the lithium during discharge process. So how it looks like? This is also looks like a black powder which is coated onto the aluminum foil, because powder can't be used directly inside the battery. So we have to coat this anode or cathode materials onto the aluminum or copper foils. So if we look at the structure of these cobalt oxide under scanning electron microscopy, we can see it consists of small microparticles. And if we further check these particles or internal structure, it looks like this. These are the green one are the lithium, which are connected with the cobalt and oxygen atoms. The third component of the battery is electrolyte. Electrolyte is a solution which provides the medium for the lithium transportation, because lithium ion will move from cathode to anode, anode to cathode, and we need medium, which is solution, and it consists of lithium salt in some solvents, and it acts as medium for ion transportation for lithium going towards the anode or towards the cathode. The fourth important component of the battery is separator. So this separator actually split the anode and cathode physically. It prevents the short circuit of the battery. It only allow the passage of lithium ion as its porous material. So this is the photographs. It consists of polymer, because most of the polymers are insulators. So this is the internal structure under the microscope, which also looks like porous, so that ion can pass through this porous membrane. And as I said, separator prevents the physical contact between two electrodes, anode and cathode, but it allows the flow of ions. So these are the four important components of a battery. So let's look at the charging and discharging process. During charge process, what will happen? So first we have to understand what is charging process. This is the charging process. Every time your mobile is dead, your iPad is dead, or your electric vehicle is out of power, you plug in so that you can charge it. This process happens when the lithium cathode, which consists of lithium cobalt oxide, is converted into the cobalt oxide and lithium ion and electron. So lithium ion will move from cathode towards the anode inside the battery, whereas electron will flow through the external circuit. And here is the voltage which we have applied during the charging process. And when these electrons will reaches onto the anode, and also the lithium ion reaches onto the anode, then this graphite anode, which consists of carbon or C6, combines with the lithium ions and electron to form the lithium carbide, LiC6. So this is the charging process. And during this process, as I said, lithium ions move from cathode to the anode through the electrolyte. This is electrolyte. And electron flow from cathode to the anode through external circuit, as mentioned here. And ions are stored or intercalated in the anode materials. Here we can see these green, which are lithium ions, are intercalated between the layers of graphite. So this is known as charging process. So let's look at the discharging process. So discharging process is a reversible process. So what's the discharging process in our life? Yeah, we are using mobile phone, and mobile phone is taking some power to operate the device. This is called discharging process. You are driving the electric car. This is also consuming the power. And you are using electric bulb, which is also a discharge process. So in discharge process, what happened? We have already a lot of lithium ions here onto the graphite, which exist in the form of lithium carbide. They will convert it back to the carbon, C6, and lithium ion and electron. Lithium ion will move from anode towards the cathode. Electron will flow from the external circuit back to the cathode. What will happen onto the cathode, where we have cobalt oxide? It will, when the lithium ion will reaches towards the cobalt oxide, it will combine with the electron and form the lithium cobalt oxide. So this is known as a discharge process. Once your battery is fully discharged, you will have lithium cobalt oxide on the cathode side, and anode side you will have C6. So as I mentioned, the lithium ion moves from anode to the cathodes in discharge process. Electron flow through the external circuit, and when the electron is flowing, and flow of electron is known as current. So this current can be utilized for our application or for our devices. And energy is released as lithium returns to the cathode. When lithium is going from anode to the cathode, this electron act as energy to operate the devices. So in summary, during charge or discharge process, lithium ion goes to the anode in the charging process. During discharge process, the lithium returns to the cathode. And this is known as a reversible cycle. If it's reversible, it's known as rechargeable battery. But long time ago, some batteries can only discharge. They cannot recharge. So those batteries are non-reversible, or they are not chargeable. But nowadays a lot of chemistries are chargeable so that they can be used. So their application, almost every device around you is operated by the lithium-ion batteries. So the lithium ions are key players in this time to operate the electronic devices, and similarly they move back and forth, storing and releasing energy between the bonds of the materials. And that's how your phone stays alive all the day. Thank you very much.